I think buying a basket and an index makes sense. I'm actually surprised. I'm probably going to get in trouble for this one, but there haven't been, to my knowledge, a basket ETF. Right? You got a Bitcoin ETF, an ETH ETF, an XRP ETF imminently.
There's one out there, and many more on the way.
All right. I think that's brilliant. I think that's great. Again, you've probably both heard me say over the years, the idea of maximalism in crypto holds the industry back. I want to grow the whole pie.
How do you see the future of investing in the asset class?
I mean, Andy, I'm very much a believer in crawl, walk, run. When I speak to friends of mine, I grew up in the middle of the country, and I talk to friends of mine, and they're interested in crypto. I'm always very much like, just to do a little bit here or there, and buy a small basket. And I think that we're now deeper in that crawl, walk, run. 50% of financial institutions in the United States have zero exposure. These are, in terms of asset managers, zero exposure to crypto. That's great news.
Right.
That's tailwind. That's, do I really think that's going to be true a year from now? No chance.
Right.
We will take a close look at regulatory impediments to blockchain, stablecoins, and new payment systems. And we will consider reforms to unleash the awesome power of the American capital markets. Americans deserve a financial services industry that works for all Americans, including and especially Main Street.
If somebody's committed crime, a more humane form of containment of future crime, which is if you say, like, you now get a free Optimus, and it's just going to follow you around and stop you from doing crime. But other than that, you get to do anything. It's just going to stop you from committing crime. That's really it. You don't have to put people in like prisons and stuff. It's pretty wild to think of the various of all the possibilities, but I think it's clearly the future.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling. instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're going to get more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. But we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten. And more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto get a little lift. We also have XRP and the Trump tokens pumping. And we had Michael Saylor buying more Bitcoin. Again, a small amounts. And right now we have stocks are big because we know the government looks like it's about to reopen. And we know we always get news on Friday and Sunday to move the markets. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates moving up, and that means the stock market is going to continue to be volatile. And don't forget the bond market is closed tomorrow. We have the dollar right now moving up. We have volume in crypto right now up. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Rumble deal with Tether and Northern Data merger. And we have Tether says they will spend $100 million over 2 years to help promote the Rumble wallet, which I have to see in order to believe. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. But this is all about pushing adoption. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $4.9 billion. Make sure you pull it on a daily basis during the week. And again, the bond market is going to be closed tomorrow. And don't forget the Treasury is working in the background to control that long end. Because nobody, and I mean nobody, wants that long-term paper. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates high for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we have the government voting to open back up. And guys, we know the real reason why they're closed is all a distraction. So therefore, they can put this thing on blockchain. But there were a lot of moving pieces. Some were distractions, and then some were to get us closer to this fourth industrial revolution. But remember, it's a plan. It moves in phases. If you're part of my Patreon, if you don't think that you're living in a movie, something is definitely wrong. Because the only thing I have to do is look at the video I put in both Patreons, so therefore you can wake up. Remember, your life is an illusion, and TV is your reality. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs up as I'm doing this video. And we have over 1 billion in outflows last week for these spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. Now we have Bitwise, Franklin Templeton, 21 shares, Canary Capital, and CoinShares have XRP ETFs listed on the DTCC platform. Now we have the CFTC, Carolyn Farm, confirms push to green light leverage crypto trading in the U.S. And the CFTC has definitely been pushing the casino. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, don't never forget the bank man was working with the CFTC the whole time, especially when it comes to this $100 trillion derivatives market. Remember what the goal was? To put it on blockchain, let it be ran by an algorithm without a human involved. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have the UK and the USI crypto sandbox. And we saw Trump sign an agreement with the UK on AI. We know also they're working side by side with crypto. And don't forget, the United States and the UK are two of the crowns to the Vatican. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Monad unveils tokenomics, says that over 50% of the MON tokens will be locked at launch. And then lastly, we have Coinbase to offer new crypto tokens to traders ahead of listing. And basically, it's an ICO without saying an ICO. And they're going to use an algorithm to do so. And if you sell early in the future, your allocation may be lower. The token issuers and affiliates have a 6-month lockup period, similar to the stock market. And Monad is going to be the first token using the platform, and it's going to be 1 token launch per month. Now, guys, we saw the blueprint from Binance, but we also saw plenty of the blueprint when it came to fraud. But Coinbase is going to try to use AI and these algorithms as the new SEC to regulate crypto activity. And right now, they're only starting off with 1 token, but we know it's going to be more per month. And that's when you're going to have the potential of more fraud. Now, the lockup period, I definitely agree with. Just like I stated, you see it on the stock market all the time. But I don't feel like an algorithm should decide who and how many tokens someone should get. But looking at this process is not going to end well. And like I stated, we saw this with Binance. But right now we have a lot of exchanges, and eventually at the end, it's only going to be 2 or 3 main exchanges the same way that we have right now. We're just going to see more consolidation, and of course fraud will bring down the rest. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.